Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Arlington Weekly News.
Oh, this one.
I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
Buenas noches, soy Daniel Pineda.
My name is Adele Quo.
Buenas noches. What about the people that are watching at 10:30 in the morning? Thanks for joining us. Here we go with our news show. This is somewhere around the middle of October 2014. Number 2 of the Burr months here. Our usual lineup of suspects, News and Community Bulletin Board. Adele is here with...
It's easy being green. Oh, good.
She's got her friend
That's
tree
right.
plug.
Joe.
Joe.
That's his name.
Joe.
That's right.
Okay, we have to work on his name a little bit. News for Seniors. Rich is here with his reviews. Rich doing double duty again tonight, and he's talking with Stuart Rosenthal from the Senior Beacon. And that's our show. But before we go, here's a social media reminder.
Absolutely, Mr. Nolan. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. And also Facebook
YouTube.
at facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News.
We're out there, so check us out. Thanks, Daniel. Okay, News for Seniors, glasses on, and here we go. First off on our news items tonight, well, the deadline for Virginians to register was October 14th. It's come and gone if you're watching our show here on the 16th. Both general and special elections are next month on Tuesday, November 4. You'll be voting for your favorite candidate for Senate, Congress, Arlington County Board, and Arlington County School Board. In addition, there'll be a referenda on Virginia constitutional changes and referenda on bond spending. For more details, visit this website, sbe.virginia.gov, or vote.arlingtonva.us/elections, and they'll have a whole lot more information for you there. Daniel.
Well, Craig, 3 Arlington restaurants are in Washington Post food critic Tom Seitzma annual fall dining guide. The eateries getting the honors are the Green Pig Bistro, Thai Square, and Water and Wall. Congratulations goes to those Arlington eateries.
I've been to the Green Pig. Have you been to the Green Pig? Interesting place. Interesting menu. Here we go. Another Arlington restaurant news. Passing through Ronald Reagan National Airport for your holiday travel might just get a little tastier now. According to the Washington Business Journal, Reagan National is expanding its restaurant selections. Leases in the airport are on high demand, and more than 40 proposals were given for one space. New eateries to be on the lookout for include Top Chef Mike Isabella's Capnos Taverna, Richard Sandoval's El Centro Lebanese Taverna, and Cava Mez Grill. Some new restaurants coming to Reagan National. Be ready. Get ready to eat. Daniel.
Well, Craig, the 30th annual Army 10-miler was on Saturday. That's October the 11th, and Arlington's women made a strong showing. 25-year-old Perry Gallagher won the race in 54 minutes and 50 seconds. 2 other Arlington women made the top 10. Samantha Deal, 26, was 8, and Amy Laskowski, 27, made it to 10th place. Congratulations goes to all of them.
Congratulations to those runners. Army 10-miler. Getting to be a bigger race every year. All right, well, if you're going to celebrate Halloween in Arlington, then you're going to make a really good choice. According to a financial advice company, NerdWallet, Arlington is the 9th best locality in the country for Halloween parties. The study is based on data from online event platform Eventbrite. It looks at both number of RSVPs and affordability. Arlington scored 83.79 out of 100, and it got 7 out of 10 for its party engagement score, and has an average party cost of $12.15. Washington, D.C. is the 17th best city in the country for parties with an overall score of 81.7 and an average cost of $25.64. Good information there for you Halloween partiers. Daniel.
Well, Craig, police just released news that an armed burglar tried to rob a pharmacy on Friday, on October the 10th at 8:12 p.m. in the 1300 block of that's South Joy Street. A 20-something-year-old man holding a gun tried to steal prescription medication from the store. The pharmacist hid behind a protective glass window, and the robber eventually ran away on foot. empty-handed. The suspect is described as a white or Hispanic male in his 20s, about 5'8" tall, weighing about 160 pounds. He wore a black long-sleeve sweater, blue jeans, and a white and orange baseball hat. If you have any information that can help police, call 1-866-411-TIPS. That's 8477.
All right, Daniel, and we'll be back with our CBB, Community Bulletin Board file, right after we hear from Adele. And
It's easy being green.
Here's Adele.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
My name's Adele, and I have here my mascot, Joe Tree Frog,
Hey, Joe.
for It's Easy Being Green, inspired by Scotts Run Nature Preserve. On a recent clear and beautiful fall day, what better place to draw my sustainable landscape design inspiration than a visit to Scotts Run Nature Preserve, a remarkable place of rare plants and splendid natural beauty to enjoy year-round. Before Scotts Run Nature Preserve was owned by Fairfax County, it did have a controversial history. The controversy surrounding the land demonstrates the classic clash of land use between suburban development versus conservation of natural areas. A citizens movement during the late 1960s and early 70s stopped developers from tearing down 336 acres of old-growth forests along Georgetown Pike. The developers wanted to build 309 tract homes instead. Today, it's a rare gem of remnant forest, saved from urban sprawl. You won't find a closer waterfall hike, to the DC metro area. The small streams that spill off the high river bluffs nourish carpets of ferns and grasses. You can witness the spring wildflowers which carpet the forest floor. Trailing arbutus, Virginia bluebells, and Cecil trillium blooming on the steep hillsides create a small oasis of rare and fragile plants. Remarkable and rare species grow throughout the park's mature hardwood forests comprised of very large oak, beech, and tulip poplar trees, ancient hemlock, and wild cherry trees that stand as tall as the oaks. Late summer and early fall is a great time to forage for mushrooms. Morel mushrooms, such as the white ones, were found and uncovered during a class trip by George Mason University students. They were peeking up from a bed of fall leaves. You can revel in the changing colors of the fall foliage, collect leaves and acorns, and in the quiet of winter, with snow on the ground and the waterfall frozen, you can experience the grove of ancient hemlocks. Scotts Run Nature Preserve is located at 7400 Georgetown Pike, McLean, Virginia, 22102. There's 2 park entrances and 2 small parking lots off of Georgetown Pike to enter the Stream Valley Park. So remember, it's easy being green, inspired by Scotts Run Nature Preserve. And I'm sure Joe has spent a lot of quality time there. That's where I picked him up.
Quality time. Quality time for a tree frog.
That's right.
Joe. I think we got to work on that name a little bit. Thanks,
What's wrong with Joe? Well, let's work on your name.
What's his last name?
No problem.
Tree Frog.
Okay. Okay. Mr.
Like
Tree Frog.
Tim the Tree Frog
There
or
we
something
go.
like that. Okay. Thanks, Adele.
Thank you, Adele.
Appreciate it.
Guys.
Here, as promised now, our CBB, or Community Bulletin Board file, some volunteer opportunities to tell you about now. Well, the Artisphere needs volunteers with energy and creative skills who want to foster community between art lovers, the art curious, and anyone in between. Here are a few of the positions that are available. Ushers for theatrical and musical performances, art gallery assistants, assistants for jazz mixers and other special events. They also need tech crew and help with AV equipment, especially concerts and performances, and layout and editorial volunteers for in-house media and newsletters. If you're interested in any of these volunteer opportunities at the Artisphere, give them a call. Here's their number, 703-875-1137. Daniel.
Well, Craig, Arlingtonians for a Clean Environment, or ACE, needs a volunteer graphic artist to help develop ACE's 2014 annual report. If you are proficient in Adobe InDesign and have some design experience, just give them a call at 703-228-6427.
All right, Daniel, and also another volunteer opportunity. RSVP is a volunteer program for people 55 and older. Service activities include tutoring adults and students in English as a second language, working in local and national parks, delivering healthy meals, helping in classrooms, providing tax assistance to low-income families, and serving local veterans. RSVP is holding orientations at Arlington Mill Community Center. They're located at 909 South Dinwiddie Street. That's coming up November 18 from 1 to 2 in the afternoon. For more information, give them a call. Here is their number, 703-403-5360. Daniel.
Well, Craig, if you'd like to meet people from different cultures, then visit your local library. Arlington is home to people from all over the world, including non-native English speakers who want to improve their language skills. The Aurora Hills Branch Library needs language conversation partners at their regularly scheduled English conversation group meetings. Just give them a call at 703-228-7688 for more information.
All right, Daniel, and we'll be right back with Rich and his reviews right after we hear from Nort Beckerman and his Brain Healthy Minute. Here's Nort.
Hi, I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. Did you know that what you eat and drink affects the health of your brain? For your brain to function, it needs to be properly hydrated. That requires water. When your brain converts fuel to energy, it produces oxidants. That can cause damaging oxidation and oxidative stress. Oxidative stress has been identified as a prime factor in aging. Eating fruits and vegetables provides water and antioxidants. Inflammation and time cause brain cells to deplete, interfering with function. We need to eat foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids like cold water fish to soothe the inflammation and help build new tissue. We need protein for cells to function. We need complex carbohydrates, complex sugars, to provide the brain with fuel for energy. But the brain can't store fuel. It must receive fuel as it needs it. If it receives too much fuel at one time, it burns it, producing clumps of oxidants and oxidative damage. You eat and drink for a purpose. The next time you eat or drink something, ask yourself why. I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. I'll see you next time for a Brain Healthy Moment.
All right, thanks, Nort. And whatever you do out there, by keeping your body healthy, you can keep your brain healthy too. Exercise, hydrate, eat the right kinds of food.
Absolutely,
If you're healthy, your brain will be healthy too. Thanks, Nort. We appreciate
Nort.
it. All right, we'll be back with our News for Seniors segment right after we hear from Rich Masabny and his reviews. Here's Rich.
Thank you, boys. Near Mount Vernon, there's the Aldersgate Church Community Theater, and they do good stuff. They're known as ACCT. They're doing Murder on the Nile, and probably one of the best directors around town, Roland Gomez, is directing this show. It's a whodunit, Murder on the Nile. Maybe you saw the movie or whatever, but it's a lot of fun, good acting in it, and there's a whole big cast, you know, and right up to the end, you don't know who the heck the murderer is. It's wonderful. It's there through October 26th. For information, just check their website. It's www.acctonline.org, and you can't go wrong. They do good stuff there. It's on the weekends. The Metropolitan Opera is one of my favorite things. They do live simulcast right off the stage on a Saturday afternoon for Metropolitan Opera in New York. And they're doing Giuseppe Verdi's Macbeth. And I saw this on Saturday. That was the opening of their season. It was a great season with the murderous Macbeth and his accomplice wife, Lady Macbeth, is very popular. Anna Netrebko, she's a Russian star. She's wonderful. Anyway, Macbeth kills Duncan, and this simulcast I saw at the Regal Theaters 12 in Boston, there, right on Glebe Road and Wilson Boulevard. I can't tell you how exciting it is to see a live simulcast. You can't go wrong. You also, when you see these simulcasts, you're invited backstage. The camera people, they tell you what's going on. Just wonderful. The next one is Carmen on November 1. So remember, just check with the Regal Theaters right there in Boston. When I saw the original Sweeney Todd in New York, that's the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, I never dreamed it would become an opera, but it did. So the George Mason University Center for the Arts, the Virginia Opera does their stuff up here, did Sweeney Todd. And this is a barber who's flipped out. He's gone nuts because he was wrongly imprisoned years ago, and the judge who put him in prison took his wife and his young child. Anyway, so the guy went crazy. Anyway, this is Stephen Sondheim's, excuse me, I'm choked up about this, Sweeney Todd. I knew the minute that Stephen Powell stepped on the stage as Sweeney Todd, he got that look about him. Just wonderful, just wonderful. Todd's partner in crime, so to speak, is Phyllis Pensella, who plays Mrs. Lovett. She's got a meat pie business, and it's been slow, and she needed something to pick it up. And he's a barber who loves to slit throats. Can you put the two together and what happens with those meat pies? Anyway, yeah, it was set in 1846 in London. It's a wonderful show. He's befriended by a young sailor who becomes Joanna's hopeful lover. This is a terrific show. Anyway, but I just want to tell you, Center for the Arts, George Mason, does all the Virginia opera stuff, and they do good stuff, and the prices are reasonable. Anyway, the next production is HMS Pinafore in December. For a list of the shows and all that, just check their website at CFA, that's for Center for the Arts, .gmu for George Mason University, .edu, or call 703-993-2787. And then finally, one of my favorite theater groups in town, Constellation Theater, they do stuff up at the Source Theater at the 14th and T Street. They got something called Absolutely Perhaps. Although the play at Constellation Theater is a century old, it holds up today. The story by Luigi Pirandello is about the Ponzas. Michael Glenn and Lizzie Albert play a married couple who move into a small Italian village, and in a house they're just a house separate from the mother-in-law. It's a noisy kind of play, but it's very enjoyable, very funny. As usual, Constellation has assembled a terrific ensemble group of actors, including Ashley Ivy and Toby Mulford, and there's a whole bunch of them. I can't give you all the names, but these are people. Kimberly Schraff, she's been around for years, and Julie Garner, she plays the mayor. Absolutely Perhaps is a madhouse of fun. So anyway, their phone number is 202-204-7741, or check the web at constellationtheater.org. And don't forget the Teatro della Luna. Their festival starts this weekend at Gunston. There it is. There it is. Thank you, folks.
I like that. Absolutely Perhaps.
Absolutely, yeah.
Good stuff.
Real good show.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, Rich.
Thank you, Rich.
As always. Okay, as promised now, our News for Seniors segment, and here we go. News for Seniors glasses, they're still working. The Office of Senior Adult Programs is celebrating its 60th, 6-0 anniversary with its Jubilee, I'm sorry, I blew the whole thing. Diamond Jubilee Party. 60 years ago, Arlington Parks Department invited seniors to form a senior citizens club. 42 people showed up. Today there are 50 senior clubs, 6 senior centers for club activities, and over 5,300 people registered with OSAP, the Office of Senior Adult Programs. They also coordinate senior center activities. The Jubilee will be held on Friday, October 24, from 5 to 8 p.m. at the NREC, which is the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association building, right there on Wilson Boulevard, not too far from Wilson and Road Street. Here's their number. Give them a call, 703-228-4745. 60 years. Amazing.
Wow,
Daniel.
60 years. Well, the Beacon's newspaper, Expo is this month. This Expo is like one-stop shopping for information about senior-related issues. There will be exhibits, health screenings, speakers, music, and giveaways. Our own correspondent, Judy Masomni, will be there too. It runs from noon to 4 p.m. on Sunday, October the 26th on the 3rd level of the Boston Mall. Correct.
Newspaper. It's been around for a while,
Yeah.
too. All right, some more seniors news now. Walter Reed Senior Center and Lee Senior Center have long been the sites for painting classes conducted by, among others, artist Blanche Kirchner. Many of Ms. Kirchner's students will display their works at a free artist showcase at Walter Reed Senior Center. This exhibit is free, open to the public, Saturday, October 25 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information and to learn more about it, 703-228-0955. Daniel.
Well, Craig, Cliff Fairweather, a naturalist from Lawn Branch Nature Center, will conduct a seminar on the wildlife in Arlington. The seminar will be on Wednesday, October the 22nd at 11 a.m. at the Lee Senior Center. To attend this free program, call their number at 703-228-0555.
And also in our News for Seniors files, if you need ideas for healthy holiday meals, you might want to attend this upcoming free 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 cooking program at Arlington Mills Senior Center. Katie Strong, a nutritionist from Virginia Cooperative Extension, will make some healthy dishes, and she'll have some free food samples and recipes. That's coming up Wednesday, October 22 at 11 in the a.m. portion of the day. Contact Arlington Mill at 703-228-7369.
In the a.m.?
In the a.m. portion of the day. Daniel.
Well, we know that healthy eating and exercise promote healthy aging, but do other interventions like antioxidant supplements or hormone replacement therapies make a difference? Well, senior adult specialist Nancy Connors will share the latest research on the issue from the Natural Institute on Aging. That's on Friday, October the 24th at 11 a.m. at Culpeper Garden Senior Center. To register for this free program, give them a call at 703-228-4403. And Craig, as always, we want to thank our own Judy Masomny for helping us out with this week's stories.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much. Okay, we'll be back with a final bye-bye if we have time, right after we hear from Rich and his reviews. Oh, well, he did his reviews. Now he's doing an interview. Double duty. You're everywhere. What are we going to do with that?
One-man band.
Hi, Rich Masomny. I have with us Stuart Rosenthal. He is the publisher and editor of the Beacon newspaper. Everybody knows that paper, and it's free. And it's geared for senior citizens, but I'll tell you the truth. Some people I work with on this television station here, I look at it, and they're in their 20s because there's information for everybody.
That's right.
You know, why don't you lift up the paper so we can take a picture of what it looks like?
September issue.
Okay, that's September issue. And got on the cover there, Robert Fischel. He's, the thing is, the Beacon, you can put it down if you like. The Beacon has their expo, which they've been doing now for 15th year. And they have it on the Maryland side in Silver Spring, October 19. But we're concentrating over here on Sunday, October 26th in Boston at the mall from noon to 4. And they got all kinds of exhibitors and speakers. And the keynote speaker is Robert Fischel. Tell us something about him.
As you see, he was on the cover of the September issue, which is why I brought it to show you.
Yeah.
He's a remarkable guy. He's an incredible inventor. He's now 85, but in his time and he's still working, inventing things every day. But what he has done, just so you'll know, the rechargeable pacemaker, the implantable insulin pump, the flexible coronary stent,
Oh my
the
goodness.
global positioning system, satellite system that we do, GPS. I mean, he's been behind so many incredible inventions that have changed lives for millions. All one guy. It's just amazing.
Yeah, crazy, you know. I mean, I want to just give a phone number for the Beacon because I don't know if there's still room for exhibitors.
No, actually, we're sold out.
You're sold out.
Yes.
I love this. But anyway, it's 301-949-9766. And it's a Stuart Rosenthal. He's had this paper going now for 26 years.
That's right.
That's pretty good. You were
Thank
just a baby when you started,
I was
right?
just a little tiny, yeah. I wish.
But it's a very, very popular paper. And what I love about it, it's free. And it's in, I don't know, the CVS, other places, all over the place.
Libraries, senior centers,
yeah,
1,500 places around town.
Is that what it is?
Yes. If someone can't find a copy, then they should give us a call at the number you gave, and we'll tell them where they can find one near where they live.
Yeah, let's put that number again, if we can, on the screen, 301-949-9766. And this is for the Beacon. But the big thing is, for so many people, they say for this October 26th over at the Boston, we have health screenings.
That's right. Everything's free. I mean, the health screenings are free. Glaucoma, blood pressure, and
What
such.
about the flu shots?
Flu shots, you either have to pay or you can use a Medicare card, in which case they're free. And by the way, normally we have flu shots, but what's different this year is we're also going to have the high-dose flu shot for older adults.
Seniors.
Yes.
For seniors.
Yes, and the pneumonia vaccine. So you can get your whole,
everything you need.
Right.
And again, you can find this paper everywhere. But if you go by at Boston, October 26th, a Sunday, between noon and 4.
On the 3rd floor.
On the 3rd floor, is it?
By the movie theater area?
Yeah, where the Regal Theaters are.
That's right. We have lots of exhibitors, I think 50 exhibitors or so, and all kinds of businesses, nonprofits, government agencies, a tremendous amount of useful information, and most of them have giveaways too, so it's nice.
And I will plug your Silver Spring address at the Silver Spring Civic Center. That's on Sunday, October 19th. And I mentioned that from noon to 4 also. The reason I mentioned that, we got YouTube, and maybe people will see that there, if they up there in Maryland or someplace, they can go to it. But this is, you got all kinds of speakers too.
Well, what's new this year, actually, we're sort of focusing on technology. Now, I mentioned to you before we started tonight that the Beacon now has a new technology section. Technology and Innovations. It's a new site. We just started in September.
It's on the front of that.
That's right.
Lift it up again.
Okay, here we go. There we go again. It's right here. Yeah. The reason why we're doing this is there are a number of older adults who are still uncomfortable with or afraid of technology, and they don't maybe appreciate all the things it can do for them, or perhaps they're worried about all the concerns that have been announced about privacy violations and password and identity theft and that kind of thing. So what we're trying to do is explain all of the useful functions, warn people about the things that are dangerous and that they can avoid and how to do so, and then also talk about all the tremendous innovations going on in health and financial world, all the websites where you can sort of plan out your retirement savings and your income. There's so many things out there online that people can do. So we are going to have great, interesting links and resources for getting educated about technology, and that's what we're doing at our expos. For the first time, we're having technology classes. AARP's new tech program is going to be at both of our expos. In Silver Spring, there'll be a hands-on digital device class where there'll be one-on-one training in how to use a tablet or a smartphone. And at Boston, we're going to have speakers talking about, as I said before, password protection and identity theft and how to stay safe online.
Yeah, I think that's so important for the older people, that their protection of their privacy and everything like that.
Yes, the reasons to be concerned, it's true.
Yeah. Just when you go through your paper there, there's so many articles, so many things that, whether it's on diet and diabetes and everything else. I mean, it's chock full of information.
Thank you. We draw from a lot of different sources, We draw from Kiplinger's and Mayo Clinic and Harvard Men's Health and all kinds of different sources to find the best stories that are pertinent.
Yeah. Now, how often does this come out?
Monthly, once a month.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I can't imagine you put this out weekly or something.
That would be very difficult.
Wouldn't it?
Right,
wouldn't it?
Right.
But it's free. I mean,
right.
This is important,
Supported by the advertising, of course.
Yeah.
But it's free for the readers.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Let's see. Now, this the big event here in our area is Sunday, October 26th from noon to 4 over the Boston Common Mall. And I've been there before at others. I mean, it's jammed with people.
It's lots of fun, and there's lots of door prizes and giveaways and things. It's a good time.
Yeah, and the health screenings. What kind of health screening? Blood pressure?
Blood pressure. Prevention of Blindness Society does glaucoma screenings, and then we'll see what else there is. To be honest, I'm not sure at this point, because sometimes we get additional exhibitors doing their own screenings.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should miss this,
Thank you.
And if you can combine two things, I'm not trying to plug the Regal movies, but it's on that same floor at the Boston. After you do this thing from noon to 4, maybe go see a movie after that.
Have a bite in the food court there.
That's right.
Yes.
We have about a minute left.
Should I talk about some stories in the October issue of the Beacon?
Please.
You mentioned diet and health. That's a really big subject for us. Yeah. So we have a very interesting story this month on protein, that really the older we get, the more protein we need, and that's true not only for healthy older adults, but even those who are ill. In fact, they need even more. Now, I didn't know this. I think this is a relatively new discovery among recent research. They used to think that protein leached calcium out of your bones. So when you were older, they said, don't eat so much protein. It's not good for your bones.
That's right.
Not true anymore. They say, no, protein and calcium work together. Our bones are 50% protein. I don't think I knew that before I read this in the story. So we need to keep that up. And it's,
but this
some
is the
tips on
kind of
that in the
stuff
paper.
you get in your newspaper and and surely at this Beacon Expo.
Yes.
This is wonderful. Now, what's your website?
TheBeaconNewspapers.com.
Oh.
Newspapers with an S at the end.
Okay, BeaconNewspapers.com. And if you don't can't do that somehow, remember 301-949-9766. And this is a great source, the Beacon. Thank you, Stuart Rosenthal, for coming by. Pleasure. Back in a minute.
Stuart Rosenthal from the Senior Beacon, been around a while, 20 years in here?
15.
Oh, yeah.
Something like
More
that.
than that.
Well, that's about a wrap. We've got to move it on down the road here. Anything else to add before we go, gentlemen? Real nice. Great. Excellent. Okay, that's our show. Thanks to all of you for watching. Next week, if you're there, we'll be here and we'll do it all again. Have a safe week. Take care. Bye-bye.